Welcome to a video. As you can probably tell, I am a cosplayer. And cosplay, it's kind of an expensive hobby, not gonna lie. By the way, I'm recovering from COVID, so if you see me getting a little dizzy, or you see me flop over, that's why. Cosplay is an expensive hobby, and not only is it expensive, but it is also pretty stinking easy to accrue some waste while you're cosplaying. You buy a costume, and you wear it once, or you buy a wig, and it's not the right color, so it just sits on a shelf. Sometimes you buy a bunch of fabric thinking you're gonna need all this fabric for a costume or a prop or something, and you don't need it, so you just have piles of leftover fabric and material. And cosplay is too darn expensive to let those things happen. I'm dropping too many bands. Today, I'm gonna be talking to you about how to up the sustainability of your cosplay, all while making it more affordable. My Omvi over on Instagram, Wes the Dragon, has already posted a really cool infographic about this, and I saw it while I was writing the script for this video, so I was like, dude! In all seriousness, it's really easy to come up with waste for cosplay, so for this video, it's just a little guide on the things that I think about and I try to do to stay sustainable and affordable when I am making a costume. Now, I would say there's probably about 5 big websites to buy costumes from, and the big one is usually AliExpress, which is just kind of like an Amazon website. A bunch of other buyers post on this big chunk forum website. But the issue with AliExpress is it is so questionable. And you've probably seen the memes like, y'all, I got Gojo off of AliExpress or something, AliExpress is not reputable at all. And obviously they have no real code of ethic for their fabric quality, how they source the fabric, how much waste they're putting out. There's probably an ongoing, since the dawn of time, argument in the cosplay community, you bought your cosplay? No, that's bad. I don't care if you get your costumes off of AliExpress. I have so many costumes from AliExpress. It was just MomoCon 2022, I ordered a Watcheru cosplay, and it came in, and it was so bad. And if you've bought a costume online, you know the texture, you know the fabric. I can't tell you what the fabric is, but it's papery. And it was missing so many parts, and so many people have had costumes come broken, so with me, I was like, no more of this, I'm putting my foot down today, I am making my costumes, because I was so sad just watching my money go to waste on half-bootied costumes. That being said, if you can afford AliExpress, and that's what you want, go for it. I mean, I have gotten good quality costumes off of there. I got my Rook cosplay, my family got it for my birthday, and it was so good. It's so scrumptious. But for the sake of affordability, and for the sake of sustainability, AliExpress does not pass. When it comes to cheap and affordable, you can be a Temu warrior. You can go and get some questionable shower curtains and pick up a costume while you're at it, and that can be you.
What if it was you?
Flesh hands are coming out, because I've actually never looked at Temu. So let's look at some Temu content. Let's look at cosplay on Temu. There is the first thing that came up is a Miku wig. A bunch of cheap $10 wigs. There's a Princess Vivi wig. That's a cosplay. There's a Teletubbies costume. There's a whole bunch of Demon Slayer. I mean, hasn't another season come out recently? If that's your thing. I'm seeing a bunch of things for shonen animes I've never watched. Death Note, Chainsaw Man. I am a Chainsaw Man enjoyer. Arcane, Demon Slayer. Questionable silicone suits also exist on here. So, you know what? If you want to be a Temu warrior, you can be a Temu warrior. When it comes to affordability, Temu is the spot for so many people. It's a better Shein, I've heard, but no, Shein is really bad. We're not even gonna talk about that. But according to my research, Temu has no ethics code, and also Temu costume purchases, I've heard, just like AliExpress, can be very questionable. Like you order the Teletubby onesie and you get a fursuit or something, I don't know. Which I can't say anything about fursuits. Okay! Temu passes the affordability test, but it does not pass the sustainability test. My laptop is frozen. 1 second. You can also go to Amazon, and usually Amazon's gonna have the higher quality things, but it's still similar to the like AliExpress listings when it comes to costumes. They're coming from the same companies, it's just on a different website. My personal recommendation is I've seen so many cosplayers vitalize Depop, which I'm sure you've heard of it because people sell thrifted stuff on there for like $3,000, but it's actually really good for sourcing costumes or sourcing like pieces you need for a costume. Let's take a look right now. I looked up cosplay and I'm seeing a fair bit of Danganronpa. Okay, I see Genshin. I do see Genshin. I see Homestuck. Okay, it's silly, but these are like some mainstream things. I'm seeing some cosplays from like 90s animes that I don't know the source of. There's Kakagurui. Love Live. Oh boy, that's cool. There's got Neo Genesis Evangelion. I totally destroyed that. Kill that's interesting. And then Attack on Titan, there's 1 stars. There's no Homestuck here. And also just like other general costume pieces, like there's petticoats, there's like frilly little blouses or funky looking dresses. There's so much. Vitalize Depop, because okay, don't purchase something that's like 3 threads left. Don't show up to the convention in a Luffy cosplay that's just like 3 threads. But if it looks quality, vitalize that. Most cosplayers will take care of the costumes they own because it means something to them. Most. For sustainability and for pricing, Depop is a win. If you want to get like really bougie and you want a costume that's really nice, say you're using it for some fancy cosplay feature film, maybe you're gonna propose to your partner at an anime convention, I don't know, you could commission actual seamstress to make your costume for you. I mean, plenty of cosplayers do that and get pieces commissioned and specifically made for them. Especially a lot of like plus size cosplayers have to do that because the market sucks and there's not a lot of good plus size costumes out there. But if you've got the bands for it, it does not pass the affordability test, but it passes sustainability and supporting a small business. Finally, my favorite thing, what I use all the time, thrifting! I mean, I don't know, if you've done community theater especially, you know the joys and the gifts of thrifting. And I know the joys and the gifts of thrifting as a young cosplayer. I started cosplaying in like 2019 and COVID hit. And I was 15, so I already didn't have a good prospect of getting a job. And then COVID hit, so I was so broke. So I just became a Goodwill ghost. I was up in the Goodwill like twice a week. My Fakase cosplay was just a really I grabbed like a 4X shirt from Goodwill and I painted it. Okay, maybe that's not like the greatest thing to do. I'm gonna use my example. I was really fixated on Your Turn to Die, Kimigashine. It's like a game. And all the characters are wearing pretty much standard clothing. I mean, of course, it's a little bit alternative because it's a game, but it's not like Genshin Impact, like 5 layers of armor, you know what I mean. I thrifted almost every single character. I'm not making this up. I either pulled it out of my closet or I thrifted it, because this was during COVID for me. I mean, I probably spent like less than $100 and I cosplayed like over half the cast. If you feel comfy to like build off of an already existing thing or already existing clothing piece, then do that. Go to the Goodwill. Even for like under pieces, like if you need a shirt under your cosplay, just do that. You need like some random jacket, just do that. I thrifted all of my blazers. My OnStars uniform, thrifted. No, not even just my OnStars uniform. My Fine uniform and my Yamanazaki uniform. The blazers, thrifted, and I added bits and pieces onto them. And those are some of my most popular cosplays, and I love them. I love wearing them. My Marcel cosplay, I actually was debating if I even wanted to cosplay Marcel from Dungeon Meshi. And then I was like, you know what, I need to stop at the Goodwill, pick up some things, some bits. And I went in, and there was a navy blue dress that folded just like I wanted. I spent less than $20 on my Marcel Donato cosplay. Picture! When it comes to sustainability and affordability, thrifting your cosplays gets a 100, baby! When it comes to fabric, you can also thrift fabric. I'm working on a Sora Harakawa cosplay right now, and for the white parts of his little outfit, I'm just using a really thick sheet. I'm not even lying. And the thing is, it doesn't look bad. If anything, what looks bad is my fabric painting job. But the white fabric itself, you can't even tell. I did a set for a play, and I needed a brick background, and I didn't have it. I went to Goodwill, I got brown sheets, I painted some bricks on them. Bam! My mind. Goodwill does have a crafting section, or at least mine did. I worked at a Goodwill. Oh, you don't even realize a lot of the stuff doesn't get sold. It just gets like sent to landfills if it doesn't sell. So like, please vitalize your Goodwill. People will donate yarn all the time. Paint palettes, paintbrushes. Oh, if you think you're gonna be wearing the costume a lot, I would say just go ahead and invest in nice fabric. Like, I probably dropped a few $100s on my Feature Scout Watru cosplay, and I wear it to this day. The amount of conventions that frickin' thing has been to, because I just dropped bands. I spent so much on fabric. But if you want your cosplay to have a certain look, but not be thousands of dollars down the hole, then like, there are mock fabrics you can get. Faux fabrics. Looking at my paws made me think of it, because this isn't real leather. This is like cheapy leather. It looks like leather, but it's not leather because this fabric was scrapped from when I was 15, from when I cosplayed Hisoka from Hunter x Hunter. You know what? Vitalize your inner old lady and sign up for a coupon program, because if you're going to be at the Joann's or the Michaels or the Fabric for Furries, if you're going to be there a lot, just go ahead and get your coupons. When it comes to tools, sewing supplies can get so expensive so quickly. I get it. I own a sewing machine. You can't see it on camera, but it's over there. And it was expensive. But if you're getting started with the good old hand stitch, the good old finger to the needle, it's not that expensive. It's like $9 right now, so I'm not gonna go to the Dollar Tree and show you. Sorry, I love the $1.25 tree, but they have a massive crafting section now. Like, one whole aisle is just like a really bougie crafting section. Like, I grew up going to the Dollar Tree. Me and my grandma in the Dollar Tree. I was getting those off-red Barbies that like the hand would like snap off and like melt in the hot Georgia sun. I was there, and I did not see any of these nice crafting sections like they do now. They've got safety pins, needles, little push pin cushions you can wear for when you're sewing. You also can go to Walmart. I mean, you can go to your Joann's. Getting started sewing can actually not be as expensive as you think it is. But if you're worried about sustainability, which you know everyone should be, check out your Dollar Tree. Again, not your Dollar Tree, your Goodwill. One cool thing is a lot of people who sew, especially like me and my pals who sew, we just get together and sew together. If you don't have a sewing machine, ask one of your friends, hey, can I borrow a sewing machine? Hang out with people. Go to a sewing club. I know my local Joann's, maybe not anymore because Joann's is like flopping, but back when it was thriving, they did have a sewing community. Hey, wigs. If you're a cosplayer, you probably already know where you can get your wigs cheap. Amazon, AliExpress, Temu, like, yeah, we all been there. This is an Amazon wig, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I love my Amazon wigs. But then again, you don't really know where those are coming from. There's a really popular brand of like affordable cosplay wigs called Map of Beauty, and I actually reached out to them. I didn't get an answer. Map of Beauty, hit me up! But wigs do go on Depop all the time, cosplay wig. Also, one thing that I did when I was especially broke as a teenager, and what I still need to do, because I'm looking at my wig wall right now. There's a lot of wigs. Repurpose wigs. Because I was cutting up a wig for Sora, and I realized I had used it for 4, I think, separate characters. My Sora wig, I used it for Rio Asuka from the other party. I used it for okay. I used it for Red Goku. I used it for Rooklet. I used it for so many characters, and you can do that for so many wigs. And even like if you have a light wig, like a very light blonde wig or a white wig that you just don't use, dye it! Get some Rit dye or get some alcohol, some Sharpies, especially if you need a wig with like stripes in it or a specific pattern that isn't made. With makeup, that's something you don't really want to cheat out on because it's going on your face. You're gonna want it to be good quality and real and not from a thrift store. But I did my research, and Wet n Wild is the main brand of makeup that is at the Dollar Tree, and I looked it up, and I couldn't find a lot of information on other things, but it said they were cruelty-free and ethical. And that's important to me. There are no rabbits wearing lip gloss up at Wet n Wild! But if you want to buy from sustainable makeup brands, there are so many. I actually looked at the Ulta website, and there is a guide for what's sustainable and what's not, and not just sustainable. The options are cruelty-free, good for your face. I can't remember the other one, but I know also packaging. There was 4 things, and Ulta gave you a really easy to look at guide. And also, I have all of the ones that pass all 4 of the tests right here. Oh yeah, just think about your costumes and your pieces and where they go. If you're getting fabric, make sure you're getting the perfect amount. Measure once, cut twice. I am guilty of throwing away a costume, specifically Mondo Awada from Danganronpa. Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc, because no one was buying it and it was making me really mad, so I threw it away. But that's not funny. If you get to a point where you want to sell it and you can't, give it away. Especially if you got cosplay friends, just give it away. I mean, I've gotten to the point where I do that. I'll literally have my cosplay friends over and I'm like, hey guys, I have wigs. Please buy my wigs.
When will you wear wigs?
So just keep in mind where your wigs and your costumes are going when you're done with them, how efficiently you are cosplaying. It's really important. And make sure you save money. Especially because cosplay is like a luxury thing. Like, we don't have to do this. So if we kept in mind what we waste and what we don't waste and how much we save, then that could do a lot of help. That is all I really have. I got on here, I yapped, I did my thing, and now I'm done. So, have a good day. Be a nice human, make some nice choices, and I will see you later!